Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist and author Kelly White. And welcome to Ask Me Anything on August 28th, 2025. How's everybody doing? Getting ready for the eclipses? It's quite a month we have, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to say hi to a few people, and I'll answer as many questions tonight as I can, but I really want to go through the astrology because this is a big month, and you can already feel the energy, right? Already feel this energy. So hi, Melissa. She says, why is it that we only feel these solar eclipses emotionally, spiritually, and in our ego, and dogs feel these solar eclipses more than we do? Well, we'll talk about that, Melissa. I mean, actually, the lunar eclipses are the ones we really feel emotionally, and animals pick up all the energy. My gosh, but good question here. So, and Rick, hi, Rick East. He says, thanks for the prompt about ancient wisdom. I did talk about that last week a little bit, and he says that he's been digging into that this week, and he's not even scratching the surface. Okay, that is so true, Rick. A little light reading for you, right? And so he says, a question, different topic. How can there be change if there is no time? So I will answer that question, and I'll come back to that question later on when I answer questions, Rick. So Tabitha, if you could do me a favor and make sure that I get that question, because that's a really, really good question. Hi, Jeannie. There is so much going on astrologically. What a performance from the heavens. And I will absolutely talk about this month. This is a lot of stuff going on. Hi, Barbara. Happy Thursday. Hi, Angela. Hi, Ophelia. So your birthday, honey, is September 21st, and it is on the eclipse. Yes, and mine is September 20th. So we have a lot to discuss, and I will be talking about that, particularly if your birthday is on that day. Particularly, but we're going to talk about a lot of things with this, and you can already feel the shift in the energy, and it's so true. And Sarah Stone, yes, I'll come back and get a card for you that your birthday was on the 25th. Yes, Ophelia, I will get you a card. Hi, Jean. So good to see you, Jean. Well, I appreciate your nice, kind words, and I hope to give some wisdom out tonight. So, hi, Leslie. Everybody have a fantastic holiday weekend. So, and hi, Stacy, and hi, Carolyn East. Yeah, getting ready for this, right? And thank you, Leslie. Please press the like button and share if you could. And I appreciate that reminder. And Sherry Craft, hi, Sherry. And she says, you've had a bad week again. When are things going to change? Well, we're going into change season. And the thing about Earth is that it's a constant change. It's why we come here to experience. And in order to get experience, there has to be change along the way constantly. So hi, Laura. You keep saying the name Vicky and 111 and 222. Oh, Laura, that's so sweet. We lost our dear friend Vicky, and I just miss her terribly. And I was thinking about her a lot today, Sherry. So I'm glad that you are. Yeah, I mean, Laura, I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because that's really sweet. It's really super that you said that. So let's talk about, well, we're going to get into the astrology, and this has been quite a week. And I have a question to ask you, especially dog people. I have a question for you guys. So last night, before we go to bed, we take the dogs out to go to the bathroom, and Otis ran out, and Charlotte ran out, and Otis darted right back in the house. I mean, he just darted back in. And she stayed out there. Charlotte stayed out there and started rolling around in some stuff. And it was late at night. And by the time she came back into the house, oh my God, she just stunk. I don't have any other word for it. It was just awful. And Don and I were so exhausted. And we were like, we just wanted to go to bed. But we couldn't, because we had a very smelly dog. And we had to figure this out. And she had not been sprayed by a skunk, because we've had that. But this was not that. And we weren't sure exactly what to use. So, and I don't have dog shampoo here because they're such large dogs that they go to groomers. They're huge. So we didn't know really what to do. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are of how to scrub a dog up so they don't smell before you go to bed? I would love to know. So I thought, well, there's that Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. So we did have some of that, and we kind of put that in. And it's probably not for dogs, but I was like, well, it's gentle enough. So we used that. And then we had some vinegar and water kind of spray. And anyway, it's somewhat worked. It did work, but it was a long night. I will tell you that. So I'm curious with people that have had these kind of experiences with their animals. Like, I have no idea what she was rolling in. I really don't know. We still can't figure it out. But anyway, she likes to roll in stuff. So anyway, it's just curious if anybody had any idea, or if there's a good brand of dog shampoo for this kind of situation that we would love to know. So I would appreciate any advice on that. So just wanted to say that. And I want to say a big happy birthday to our really dear friend, Larry Klimas. Larry, happy birthday. Larry is an incredible musician, and he's the sax man with Neil Diamond and Don, my husband Don, and really dear friend. And happy birthday, Larry. We love you so much. Hi, Brenda. Shout out to Brenda too. And I want to say this. I want to say a big hello and a shout out to my new friend, Chris with a K. And I want to say, it was great to meet you. So last week I got out of my comfort zone. I was talking about getting out of my comfort zone, and I had some really good experiences by getting out of my comfort zone. So I really want to encourage people that you can make new friends at any age and any stage, and just get out, and you'll find people that you have things in common with. Just get out of your own way and allow the process, and you'd be amazed. So I met a new friend, and I'm just thrilled about it because she lives in Madison, and that's not too far from me. So I'm really excited. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. So also, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Well, I think I'm just going to go right into the astrology, because there's just so much to talk about with this astrology. I know you guys can feel the energy. And I have my September astrology going out. It went out in my newsletter, but it'll be going out soon, probably the next couple of days or so. So in September, coming right up, I mean, really, first of all, we're in eclipse season right now. Eclipse season is 2 weeks before the first eclipse. The first eclipse is September 7th. The second eclipse, because they come in pairs, sometimes they come in threes, but this is a pair. And the second one is September 21st. So if your birthday is around the September's, any of this period that I'm talking about, you'll probably have great effect of this eclipse. There'll be a great effect of it. So let's start with this. And it's funny, when I think of eclipses, I actually think of the term plot twist. Because let's say you're going down this way, you're just going straight ahead or whatever. And these eclipses, what they do is they're designed to bring change. And plot twist, like, I didn't see that one coming. It's kind of like that. And so this week starts off really fast because we have a couple of other things that are coming up. But I have to say this, that when we come to Earth to experience. So things have to come in to shake us up, and hence we have eclipses. And in astrology, eclipses are viewed as these really powerful, fated events. And they uproot, if you will, our complacency, and then they accelerate us towards our destiny. So rather than like a gentle shift, their energy, I swear, is like a cosmic plot twist. Like, whoop, here we go. And it can force sudden change, revelations, endings, and things that move us out of our comfort zone. And I was already talking about comfort zone last week. So already preparing, if you will. And so the energy of a solar eclipse and the energy of a lunar eclipse are a little different. And I thought I would talk a little bit about that, and then I'll go right into this, what we have coming up here. Because the first one is a lunar eclipse, and that's on September 7th. So a lunar eclipse, it happens on a full moon. So this is a total lunar eclipse that we have coming up. And lunar eclipses are deeply emotional. So they focus often on endings and on revelations, and they can bring something that's been hidden or suppressed to the surface. And what happens is then there's like a prompting, if you will, of an emotional release, and often there's closure. And interesting enough, we're also going to talk about the 999 day on September 9th in between these two eclipses. And all of those nines represent endings. So I suspect this first lunar eclipse will bring in a lot of endings here. And then a solar eclipse always happens on a new moon. And a solar eclipse often will signal like dramatic new beginnings and fresh starts. So they call it the blackout of the sun, and it's symbolic for ego death, and it pushes us towards our new path. So sometimes the change in an eclipse can feel like really rapid and really unexpected. And in 2017, I got whacked with the eclipse. It was in August of 2017, and it was like boom, boom, like major. My whole life shifted and changed. Hence, I'm here on a farm. Didn't see that plot twist. Truly did not. So anyway, again, eclipses are catalysts for change. And eclipses are linked to Rahu and Ketu, the north and the south node in Vedic astrology, and that represents our karmic path. And so they're designed to get us to our karmic path. Karma is what? What do we need to deal with? What do we need to look at? What choices do we need to make that will be different? Those kind of things. And so often they feel like a course correction when we have an eclipse, and they push us towards where we are meant to be. So in fact, in the year 2000, I had my traumatic brain injury, which is why I'm here talking about everything, because it was right at an eclipse. I think it was a week in between eclipses when I had my brain injury. And that, you want to talk plot twist and dramatic endings, that was a big one for me. So I really pay attention to eclipses. And of course, last September or October 2nd, when we had the solar eclipse, plot twist, I was in surgery having my gallbladder removed. So yeah, I take eclipses seriously. My mother was born on a total solar eclipse that went across the United States. And when she passed, we had her memorial on another total solar eclipse. But that was interesting. It took one to bring her in and took one to take her out. So let's talk about this too. So before the eclipse, so you can imagine we've got the eclipse on September 7th, the first one that I am going to talk about. But on September 6th, we also, the day before the eclipse, so that's what I'm saying, get ready. This 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's like, woof, there are big ticket items here. So on September 6th, Uranus, the planet of shock, surprise, that kind of a thing, it retrogrades in Taurus. In Vedic astrology, it's in Taurus. And the day that it retrogrades on September 6th, that means that it's standing still. And the day that it is, as it's turning, before it turns, it stands still. And when a planet stands still, it makes it more potent. It makes it more intense. So on July 1st, to give you an example, Neptune retrograded in Pisces in Vedic astrology on July 1st. But on July 1st, the day that it was stationing that day, so it was standing still. And on that day, on July 1st, we had these devastating flash floods in Texas. So when a planet stations before it retrogrades, which means to go backwards, but planets really slow down, it makes it very powerful. So on September 6th, when Uranus will be standing still, stationing, we can expect some unexpected events because that energy is very powerful. It could be earthquakes. It could be volcanoes because it's in Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. So it'll be some sort of something that could happen. It doesn't have to happen on that day before, day after, or in that week of eclipses. It could bring that, like sudden eruptions, because it's in the nakshatra called, which is the celestial house, called Kritika, and that's ruled by the god of purification. So it also exposes what's inauthentic, and it burns away what is no longer serving us. So you will see fires suddenly erupt. Now, it could already have begun that process too, because we're in that energy right now. So that's September 6th. And on September 7th, we have the total lunar eclipse, and in Vedic astrology, it's in Aquarius, and it's in the nakshatra called Purva Bhadrapada. And that means to stir emotional waters. So if you are an empath and you are highly sensitive, pay attention, because this is a day that you really want to honor yourself and go inward. Is this energy, and watch your animals, everybody, because animals during an eclipse, as Melissa pointed out earlier, they feel the energy. So it's not a day necessarily that they should be out there romping and playing. I mean, it's check the time of the eclipse in your area. But a total lunar eclipse is a big deal here. And this particular eclipse can bring disturbance to the mind and a heightened sense of sensitivity. And it also means spiritual transformation. So remember, we come to Earth to grow and evolve. So when we are kind of brought to a highly emotional experience or giving these challenges of it, it's to either release something or to, sometimes people will get triggered. And when they get triggered, they'll remember certain things. And that's a good thing, because then you are releasing it. You're looking at it. Maybe your soul's able to see some of the events in your life that have occurred. Sometimes we can't see them because we're not ready to, or we're not able to, and we're not ready to look at things. But I think that this, let me see that again. Can you put that up again for me, Tabitha, please? Would you put that up? There you go. And Margaret says, oh my God, that is wild. What is no longer serving us? Yes, even though it's Earth, can it mean other things that don't serve us, relationships or jobs? Yes, it's whatever is not serving you. So it might be a job. People lose jobs. People gain jobs. It's a shift. It's the cosmic shift of putting you on the road you're supposed to be on. And just because you are in your mind, you might think, well, I've lost something. It's only to make room for what's supposed to be there. So there'll be a lot of changes. But at the same time, it's really interesting. There'll be a trine with Jupiter to Rahu, and that brings blessings. So this is a potent time for letting go during this eclipse. And it also brings some amazing new things. Now, this nakshatra called Purva Bhadrapada, it's associated with transformation, intensity, and duality. So this eclipse will bring us an opportunity to let go of emotional baggage, resolve unfinished issues. That will be important. So it has a lot to do with transforming through spiritual transformation or spiritual purification, actually. So what are the things to do? Meditation on this day, engage in a spiritual practice, maybe positive thoughts, set positive intentions, reflect, journal, take a relaxing bath, anything like that. In the Vedic community, eclipses don't bring in, it's not like, it's negative energy. So you don't want to just sit out there and stare at it. You don't want to be doing that. You just really want to be inward and thinking positive thoughts. So what not to do? Avoid any new activities. It is not a day on the 7th to say, oh, I'm going to start this. No. Not a day for that. Give it 24 hours. And then you'll be on your merry way starting something new if you need to. not right now. It's not that day, and it is not a time to put your crystals outside for clearing and for cleansing. It's just not that time. Because remember, eclipses mark the endings and the beginnings of cycles. So this is a really powerful time to go inward, introspection, and align your intentions for the future. But that's the kind of an energy it has. So I suspect there'll be a lot of emotions that day across globally in the world here. And on right after that, we have the September 9 portal. It's a 999 portal day. So a 999, it's September 9th, and 2025 is a 9. So that makes it a 999 day. That is significant. If your birthday is on that day, it's very significant because it means it signifies endings and completions, and it's a culmination of cycles. It's a culmination, actually, of it. So this really, again, on this day, it's a time for reflection, letting go of what no longer serves you, embracing new beginnings, because the number 9 represents the end of a cycle. And anybody astrologically who is a 9, it's a big day, because 9, a soul that is a 9 in numerology comes to complete a soul cycle. So this will be a day of, it's an extraordinary day. The end of a cycle, it means to maybe tie up some loose ends or complete a project. Or, here's another thing, release whatever is holding you back. Because on Earth, we want to keep moving. Yes, we need to look at our traumas and our situations that we've come in with and deal with them. And then gently be able to move forward with everything. So the 999 portal is seen as a gateway for spiritual growth, and it encourages introspection, healing, and a deeper connection with yourself. It's so important, and I should repeat that, have a deeper connection with yourself. It's easy to connect with others, but when you really want to go inward and really connect with you, know thyself is everything. So this is a really big opportunity. And for those that have a birth date that reduces to a 9, like if you were born on the 9th, or if you were born on the 18th, or if you were born on the 27th, that energy is amplified, and it leads to significant changes and growth. So make sure on that day that we will be posting like social media stuff. So, and I'll be posting about that energy and things to do on that day. I think some of the things that I can mention now is, again, meditation, visualization, journaling, and we're going to have some other things for you guys to look at. So I think that'll be important too. Some other things in September, and I'll talk about some of the transits later, but for right now, one of the bigger transits is on September 17th all the way to October 17th. The sun will be in Virgo. So I know that often people think that that they're not a Virgo if their birthday is like October 3rd. But in Vedic astrology, the sun is from September 16th and 17th, or 17th. I think of this year it's the 17th, to October 17th. And so this is going to be a time to focus on, because it's in Virgo, getting your health in order. You noticed a lot of people have so many health issues. Oh my gosh. So you also might feel an urge to volunteer or help others, because Virgo is a sign of service. But let's talk about the next solar eclipse, and that's on September 21st. So you're getting a picture of this month. It's, I would call it a serious month, and it's a lot of things that occur because eclipses bring a lot. So September 21st, it's a partial solar eclipse, and it's in Virgo in Vedic astrology, and the nakshatra called Uttara Falguni. And this is about a cosmic reset button, if you will. And it does bring new beginnings and, for many people, making some bold decisions. So this new moon eclipse is out of sign, which I'm going to explain that. It means it's in a different sign than Rahu and Ketu, and that makes it unusual, makes it really unusual. I would have thought in Vedic astrology that it would have been in Leo, but it's out of sign, just the way it worked out. So it's in Virgo. But this may bring a moment of sudden clarity, because eclipses can bring a big clarity in things. But in this nakshatra called Uttara Falguni, it can bring stress to existing partnerships, because this nakshatra makes you look at your relationship, whether it's in business, whether it's a personal relationship, a marriage. I don't know about you guys, but I have heard of more separations and divorces that I have heard in a long while. And I keep thinking about this nakshatra, and I keep thinking about this eclipse. It's like relationships of all kinds are going to require more effort. So just remember that I'm saying that. And it will also take a lot of compromise and a lot of understanding. So people might feel anxious during this time about their stability and their security. So there will be a strong need for reassurance and support from loved ones. So always, watch your stress level, because that eclipse has a lot to do with relationships. And I think some changes in relationships. And again, why do we come to Earth? We come to Earth so we can make changes. Changes are really important for our growth. So if you've been in a relationship where it's been, you don't allow, the partnership somehow is unwritten that we don't allow growth, that's going to change, because it has to change. Things will be changing, especially with these eclipses. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, so what do you do during that eclipse? Again, don't go outside and just stare at it. It's not that one to do, really. And do not put your crystals out. Really a good thing to do would be meditation, spiritual practice, positive thoughts, those kind of things. They always say eat lightly during an eclipse too. Actually, a lot of them will fast, but it's something to think about. So then on September 24th, we also have a very powerful day on that day. So that day, Mars squares Pluto, and that's a huge, huge deal. And it quincunx Uranus. So what that means is this astrological aspect creates this like dynamic and potentially tense climate. Potentially tense. And Mars is a major trigger, and it's squaring Pluto, and Pluto is death and transformation. So it'll be themes of control versus freedom, and can bring revolutionary change. Again, with two eclipses and a Mars squaring Pluto, globally, this can activate a lot to go on this month, a lot. And it could have a lot to do with power struggles and confrontations, a lot. So a quincunx is also known as an inconjunct. It's just this awkward adjustment aspect. And that alone suggests a need for change, and it brings a lot of tension to it. So that day, along with Uranus that is retrograde, this could bring some sudden, unpredictable shifts. So September's a large month with big ticket items here. So you want to take really good care of yourself this month. You want to, again, go into meditation, read, journal, listen to music, those kind of anything that, that keeps you in a calm state. Because I don't think that these eclipses are as rough as we've had. I really don't. But I also want to say this: if your birthday is in March 7th, March 21st, or in that period of time between eclipses in March, because we can go 6 months back also, you would be affected by the change here. So here we go with all of that. And I hope that helps with talking about all of the eclipse energy there. Hi, Jen Tran. How are you doing? Let's see here. And I thought I would do something fun, as I'm going to answer a bunch of questions here. But let's get an angel number for everybody here. And I literally shuffled the cards before I got in, and I was like, okay, here we go. I'm going to get a card from the angel pile, the angel number. Ooh, I like this one. 22, harmony. I don't know if you can see that, but backwards, it's harmony. So let's go with harmony for everybody. Peace and harmony. I think that's going to be really important here. And let's see. Oh, before I forget too, I have an unusual crystal class on October 11th. and it's with Shauna McDonald. And if you sign up early, we're taking the first 20 people, and they get a $20 off the admission. It's called Early Bird 20. And you can go to my website at kellywhite.com. And it's going to be such a really cool class because we're going to be talking about unusual crystals with Shauna McDonald, who owns the Crystal Shrine in Burbank, California. She's really good. And that's going to be I'm so excited about that. And also, I'm going to be a speaker at the All Souls Retreat in November. I'm really honored to be doing that. And it's in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And if you haven't been there, it's beautiful. And in fall, it's going to be so beautiful. Anyway, and it's at the Abbey Resort. And I'm going to be talking about the shadow, our shadow, so everybody has one, and evolving. And how do we evolve? Why do we come to Earth? And how do we do this? I also have time for the Power of 10 on September 13th. I still have a few spots left. So if you are wanting like a one-on-one connection with me in a group setting, I take 10 people and everybody gets 10 minutes with me. And the group really, talk about evolves. The group just comes together in the most supportive, unbelievable way. It's really so touching to do this. So if you are available on September 13th, I do it on a Saturday because I think that's a lot of people that maybe work during the week, they can join us. So it's a good one. And also on September 11th, don't forget, I predict I'm going to be joined by the legendary James Van Praagh for a special fall predictions show. And we have a huge announcement that you do not want to miss. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited here. Okay, so I have some questions for you guys here. So let's go with this. So Laura Crum says, Kelly, are our spirit guides chosen for us because of their expertise in what our purpose in life will be? So let me answer that before I can go to the rest of that. So our spirit guides, we all have a minimum of one spirit guide. Some of us have two, some of us have a team, depending on what we're here to do in our life. But a spirit guide, it's a very sacred choice, and it has to do with what we are supposed to learn in life. And so they are wise, they have wisdom, and they help us stay the track or stay the course, if you will, especially when we have many lifetimes here that are challenging more than the other ones. But Earth is just a challenging school. I mean, it just is a challenging school. And I have to say, I mean, I was really so just broken sad over the shooting in Minnesota. Just when I think about those kids, just really got to me. I got to tell you, it's unbelievable. And I kept thinking what angels they were. I mean, this little Harper was 10 and Fletcher, he was 8. And I think about them, and my grandchildren are, 8 and 5, and all kids. I thought, well, they're such angels. They're taking that on. So, I've been saying a lot of prayers for their families. This is a big one. And so Earth is a big school. Earth is a tough school. And when we come to Earth, we come to learn, we come to grow, and Earth is going to always be a challenged school. It's the most challenging school that there is, from what I understand. I can't imagine anything more challenging than Earth, and particularly at this time. So these kids that come in are highly advanced children, highly advanced souls. They may come in a little kid body, but they're highly advanced souls. I just wanted to mention that. I think about a lot of things during the day, a lot. So it says, Laura continues and says, these energies seem to be somewhat like a slow roller coaster ride. I like the way you put that, a slow roller coaster ride. They don't tend to get revealed, but you keep writing for an answer. Yeah, patience is the way. Patience is the way to go. And this is from Ann Margaret. She said she was sleeping last week and she heard a very loud yet crystal clear voice in her head that said, no. She says it was not a yelling no. It was a voice I never heard before. She said I wasn't dreaming. It wasn't like I was getting up to eat ice cream, and they said no. So what happens is, let's see, how would I explain this? Whatever comes up for you, Anne Margaret, remember the answer is going to be no. Okay, just remember that. I don't know what it is, because in the next period of time, something that you might be asking about, should I do this or should I do this? And you're going to remember that hard no. So it doesn't mean that you may not know the question yet, but you'll get it. You will get that. That was really a good one. And this is from Cindy Rand. She said she's with the upcoming 9/9 portal, that's just coming on September 9th. Will it affect those who numerology nines? Yes, it will be. It will. So let's get a card for your son here. Let's see here. Card for your son is Infinity. That's a good one for him. Infinity. I love that one. And Linda Ramplier, she says, Kelly, I'm feeling lost with the recent loss of my mom. You're feeling lost without your mom. And your birthday is September 19th. So see, Linda, I'm sorry, I've got chills. Your mom is so around you. September 19th, you're right at the eclipse. Again, if you were born between, September 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, any of these periods till about the end of September, frankly, if you're born in September, but right around that eclipse, people will be feeling that a lot. And there can be a lot of transitions here. And when you lose your mother, and especially if you were close with your mom, it's huge, honey. It's huge. And when I saw that, I was like, I have to get her a card. I know that loss very well. And it's something. Here we go, a card for you. I always give you a good night kiss. I always give you a good night kiss. Okay, there you go. Linda, she's totally around you, honey. She's totally around you. Okay. Hi, Brad Phillips. How are you? I'm going to get you a card, Brad Phillips. Well, good to see you, Brad. Oh my gosh, my old friend. How are you? Talk about a great musician. And he was a violinist with Patti LuPone. Seriously. Check him out, Brad Phillips. He's amazing. Amazing. And he's friends with my little brother, Theo Katzman. So he's sweet too. Okay. Ooh, Brad, you're going to love this card. 111, manifestation. You can manifest anything, my friend. I've seen you do it. So I think that's fantastic for you. Okay. Jen Gurney says eclipse season can go away. Yes, but it doesn't work that way. Wow. Okay, Jackie Grace, great question. She says, hi, Kelly, what a month. Yep. She says, I would agree. Are all deaths chosen by the soul, even death from a hospital era? Jackie, I'm going to answer that in a simple way, and I'm going to say yes. Because there's a lot, and I have been asked many, many times about hospital errors. And I don't believe in when a soul passes that it wasn't their time. I believe that it is their time. Because there were, how do I say this? There are a lot of karmas and karma in between all of this that we don't or may not be aware of. So it may not feel fair, but if we were to pull the lens out, it would be on some level. So I think there would be an acceptance, Jackie, but it's a really good question there. And I have had that so many times. Not even funny. Yeah, wow. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, Dwayne, let me get a card for Elaine. Yes. How is my Elaine and Dwayne? I love them. Greatest couple ever. And I love Elaine so much. Elaine, Elaine, this is a good one for you. 808. 808. A lot of infinity there. Security. You're going to be just fine. Security, you're going to be just fine here. This is a good one for you, Elaine. That's a really good one here. Hi, Eric Allen. Hello, Kelly. I hope I get the help I need from Kelly or James. My life changed after my first mediumship experience. Still don't know what my assignment is for this Earth School. Well, Eric, I'm not sure what your assignment is, but I would have to say that it would have a lot to do with mediumship. because you said your life shifted during that period of time. So let's get you a card, Eric. Here we go. 888, abundance. Abundance. That's a really good one. It's actually a very good one. So I hope that helps you. And let's see, Marissa Mistro. She says, Kelly, I love your show and I'd like a card. And your birthday is February 15th. February 15th is a 10 of diamonds, which we call that the blessed card. But let's get you a card from the angel deck. 9/11, inevitability. Inevitability. So 9/11. So I would say that this is how I would interpret this. I would say that probably these eclipses will bring change into your life. That's the way I would view this. And it's not because it's a negative change. It just puts a course correction happens to us. So Marie Bonetti, and she says, can I have a card? And her birthday is 9/15. So your birthday is September 15th. So you will also double 9 here. So you're a 9 of clubs with a 9 of spades. So Marie, that the 999 portal will be a lot of you in this lifetime chose a lot of endings, a lot of completions. So this month will probably put you on a road to complete a lot of things that you needed to complete. Sometimes you might think, oh, I'm not ready to complete that. Oh, yes, you are. It's like, I can just see myself as a guide on the other side. I'd probably be like, oh, no, you're done. Let's go. Come on. I can just see that. So, but that birth placement, your birth placement also is very spiritual here. Oh my gosh, truth. Oh, naturally. Okay. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this, Marissa. This is unbelievable. I'm sorry, Marie. Look at this. 99, another double 9, truth. 99. And I just said you're double 9. That is pretty good. Wow. Yeah. Big month for you, Marie. Let's say it like this. Elaine Martin says, Kelly, I feel so scatterbrained in the last few weeks. It's scaring you. And your birthday is September 19th. Again, 2 9s in that. So, Elaine, a lot of people are feeling scatterbrained. I haven't used that word in a long time, but it's a good one. It's these energies. They kind of push, pull, move us along. But there's nothing the matter. It's just that it's then kind of we'll get a little more turned up too with energy, a little bit more. But let's get you a card, Elaine, so you'd be okay. Ooh, this is a good one. 88, a reward. That is a good one for you. Very good. So I think that's good. Now, also, before I forget too, I have a new app, and anybody who has my app, let us know what you think of it. We have a new app, which I'm so excited about. Because in this, it's a subscription, and every month you get these exclusive journals and meditations that I do. And we have a really cool thing called a learning library. It's got so much great information in it. And also I do daily affirmations for your journey and daily astrological predictions, including with numerology and the destiny cards in that. So I do that for every day. So that's a really fun thing to look at. And I also, twice a month, if you belong to this subscription, I do on every other Friday, I'm doing it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we're going to gather I don't care if cocktails, tea, water, anything, but we're going to just talk about our weeks. And how was your week? And I'll tell you how mine was. And I'll have some visitors. James is going to come in. Dr. Shirley will come in. I'll get Carrie to come in. My husband, Don, will make an appearance. My dogs will make an appearance. I'll be here, but I might be in my kitchen. I might be out in my deck, depending on the weather and such. So anyway, it's going to be really a joyous thing. And, at the end of the week, at least for me, the end of the week, I'm like, oh boy, what? That was some week. So anyways, I always like to do that. So if you are interested, join us in our community. So this is from Instagram, and hi out there to Instagram. She says, what's this? La, la, la. I like that. I'm going in for surgery, and I have to pick the week of 9/7. What days are best right after the eclipse? Yes, you don't be like me. Don't do it if you don't have to on an eclipse. Now, 9/9 is a portal, and that is a big energy day. So if you're feeling it, then you go for it, because then it would be the ending of something. And that's a good thing. I could see that on that day. I can see that. Yeah, probably if you can avoid, I couldn't avoid it last year, emergency surgery in the middle of the eclipse. So, but if you can avoid it, yeah, probably the ninth would probably be fine here to do that. Charmaine, hi Charmaine, I love you too. And your birthday's 9/14, so 9/14. You know, again, right in that eclipse, center of that eclipse. So it'll be interesting to see because energies of eclipses last anywhere from a month to 6 months. So let's see where our September people are, where we are in the next few months, and some of the things that might have happened during this transitional period. And again, it's not at all to be scared. It's about moving us to where we're supposed to be, you know, like where the road we're actually supposed to be on, which is our spirit guides. It's their job is to go with us, to help us, you know, we have free will, so they cannot interfere with our free will. But can you imagine being a guide? They're like, please, for God's sakes, go to this road. Don't choose that same road again. But, you know, oh, and to answer your question about time, Rick, because I don't want to forget that. So in fact, I got to get back here for that. That was a good question. So how can there be change if there is no time? Okay, great question. On Earth, there is time. When we get out, when we're on the other side, there is no time. As a matter of fact, as soon as you leave your body, you have the experience of there's no time. Earth, though, we have a certain amount of time. That's the game of it, the game of Earth, the game of life on Earth. We don't know how much time we have. It's the strangest game of all, right? You don't know. You might have this much. You might have this much. And so you want to grow in the time that you are here. You don't want to make the statement of, well, in my next lifetime, I'll do this. No. Because there's no such thing as time, constantly, every choice you make in the current moment, you are already changing your future. So on Earth, there is a time. Now, on the other side, we still are growing. Earth is a school that accelerates or decelerates. It can put you way up in front or throw you way back. If you do, make some bad choices, it can throw you way back. So the whole idea is you want to be as conscious, moving forward as you can, and with kindness and non-judgment and compassion. That's how you want to move forward. So I hope that answers that question for you. I hope that does. Let's see. Rose Oliver Lee, she says, can I get a reading? My fur baby got put to sleep. He had liver disease. Oh, I am so sorry, Rose. Let's get you a card from James's book, Talking to Heaven. Here's what I was just saying. The earth is our school. The earth is our school. And that is true. We do come to earth school. So I am so sorry, Rose. Just know that baby's around you. Oh my gosh. And I want you to know I still have openings in September. So if you are feeling the urge for a reading or spiritual counseling or mediumship, or if you want me to do your chart for for a year, I go a year out. So or spirit guides, whatever it is that you are looking for, just go to my website, kellywhite.com, go into services and sign up for September. So that would be very fun. Laurel Davies says, Kelly, I'm in Iowa City, so maybe you visit one day to speak or visit there. Well, I might, Laurel. We'll see. Congratulations for getting there. Hi, Carla Bell. How's my friend from Wisconsin? Oh, my gosh. Annie from Albuquerque. Oh, so sweet. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that means. So let's see. I saw 444 today, Bailey. Great. Hi, Susie Burrows. Oh my gosh. Lisa says, my dog always used to roll in horse manure. So we don't have horses, Lisa. So I don't know what this was. So Wanda says, I just adopted a sweet dog, Hazel. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Carla says, I love you, Carla. She says, I'm being pushed way, way out of my comfort zone. It is stressful, emotional, and very scary. I know it is for my best interest, but it doesn't feel too good. So, Carla, thank you for sharing that. When we get pushed out of our comfort zone, it doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good. And now I'm going to tell you this, honey, go with it, because you're growing and you're evolving. And that's the most important thing. If we stay in our comfort zone, we don't grow. And while we're on earth, I think we should make every moment count with growth. Everything that you can do to and to grow, to move forward. So it does feel uncomfortable. It can feel very uncomfortable. I mean, I really got out of my comfort zone last week. I mean, actually for the last 2 weeks, but I'm glad I did it. And I continually kind of push myself to do the next thing here. And I know you can too, Carla. You can do it. And let me get you a card, Carla. Here we go. Purpose 77. So it's drawing you to your purpose. And Wanda, let me get you a card because you adopted Hazel, which I love that name, by the way. Symbiosis 1221. I predict, Wanda, you're going to love her and be very symbiotically attached to her. That's what I think. Oh, baking soda, Vicky. Thank you. Okay, Don, if you're listening, baking soda on our girl Charlotte. I wouldn't have thought of that. Thank you. Castile soap, Linda. Do we have any of that? I've heard of that, Bailey. Tomato juice on the dog, and your dog just got sprayed by a skunk. I've done that in the previous, but Jen Gurney says they make special wipes for dogs to clean them. All right, we are so getting those special wipes. So thank you. Tea tree oil. Oh my gosh. Barbara Rosefield, let me get you a card here, honey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Potential. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a good one. Happy birthday, Larry, she says. Pamela says, my dogs used to like to roll in cow, which is the worst smelling stuff in the world. And she always did it early evening. And then you were having to bathe her and get out that smell, right? And see, we have cows all over, but not where she would have rolled. So that's just Summer's Eve on your dog. That's a funny one. Veronica Sentis. Hi, Veronica. She says, hi, Kelly. You knew my daughter, Vero. Oh, no. Vero passed away? What? Oh, Veronica. Oh, I have totally feel her. Oh, honey, I got chills everywhere. Oh, Veronica, I am so sorry. What? Oh, honey, definitely, we should talk, sweetheart. I did not know. Thank you for letting me know. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wow, I'm going to get a card. Oh, I could feel her presence around. Oh, this is interesting. I had to leave that way. So you'll have to reach out. Send me an email, okay, and we can set something up for you. Because Vero, I'm really sorry. All right, Veronica, I'm very sorry. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is something. Okay. So Amy says, what about for babies? My grandson turns 1 on September 21st, and my granddaughter also September 21st. She turns 6. So yeah, that means changes for them too. It could be changes with their families. Their families. Yeah, definitely would probably have to do with families. Laura Crumbs, we have so many stink bugs around that. I wonder if that was it. I don't know. It's the strangest thing though, but thank you for all of that. Nia Anderson, she says, my cousin was in a bad accident earlier in the week. Will she pull through? Let's see. Prayers are needed. Let's think. Yeah, Nia, she'll pull through. Just keep us posted on that, okay? Keep us posted, is that. So definitely. Oh my gosh. So what else is going on? Oh, Bailey says, I was born the day after the total eclipse of August 6, 1971 on 8/8, and it crossed the international date line and occurred late in the evening. Wow. So Bailey, that's huge. Again, if you were born during a total lunar eclipse, it makes you very special, very special. So also it would bring a lot of emotions during eclipses. And it would also help you, oh boy, there's nothing you couldn't do in this world. If you come in on an eclipse, nothing you couldn't do in this world. So that's amazing here. Lisa says, how can we harness the energy of the eclipse for collective healing? Great idea. So everybody during the eclipse, you sit in meditation and send loving thoughts to one another all around the world. Send loving thoughts all over the world. Just send loving thoughts out to connect with others through love and compassion and empathy and kindness, and send that all out around the world on that day. I think that would be such a good thing to do. Such a good thing to do. Catherine O'Donnell says, I put a piece of raw shungite on my cat's collar, and 7th, my favorite number, and 9705, my dad transitioned back home. I'll be darned. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my God. Yeah. And Margaret, you can feel the change. Oh yes. And I have a shop. You guys have to go check out my shop. We have the greatest things in there. And we have a memorial light for pets, actually, that I think Fern did this week. Oh, it's amazing. And I still love my cup. Still use it all the time. And my book, Cracked Open, you can order it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And guess what? It is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, probably on audio. So make sure you check that out too. And let's see. Okay. Patty Morris says, Kelly, my husband has such health issues. He's tired of taking his medication and tired of doctors doing procedures that don't solve the issues. Oh, I bet, Patty. You get that way after a while when you've had such health issues. Maybe he just needs a break with all of it. I mean, it's hard. Again, Earth is a hard place, and it can be. I'm sorry about that. And Lisa says, I happen to be a life path number 9. And so a life path number 9 is somebody that comes to complete a soul cycle. So the endings, completions, they're really advanced souls. 9s are advanced souls. So I suspect that this 999 portal will be an advanced day, a big wisdom day. And Margaret says, I'm getting a bumper sticker, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Yes. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. Nia Anderson, and your birthday is January 2nd. And January 2nd is a Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades, very bright. They come in very bright, very spiritual, not an easy placement. If you were born between January 1st and January 13th, can be very challenging because very old soul. Queen of Spades, very old soul. Oh my gosh. I think so. Okay. And Catherine O'Donnell says, check out okbehealthy.com. It changed my life. Ooh, very good. Okay. Yes. Animals, Evie, animals are very sensitive to all of everything that's going on. Okay. And Debbie Jones Griffin, just getting home from Newfoundland. One of our dear friends is always being harassed by the RCMP there because of their failed arrest of him many years ago, and then attacked him over 2 years ago at a gas station for revenge for making them a laughingstock. And today they have arrested him for some charges going back years. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Well, there's a lot going on in the world right now, right? There's just a lot of nuttiness going on here. Oh, I'm sorry. Carol says her friend's daughter killed herself on the 25th. I'm sorry. She was only 16. I am so sorry. There are a lot of sad things. But I want to leave everybody, on a positive note that I want everybody to have positive energy for this month, because it's a big month coming up. And let's get one more card for all of us. Ooh, perfect. 2255, self-love. Self-love. Going in for self-love is everything. So please, self-love. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a happy and safe Labor Day weekend. And I'll see you next Thursday with another wonderful topic that we'll be talking about. All right. Take care, my friends.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.